their 2 losses this year, they average 17 turnovers. And in their wins, they're averaging, just less than 9.
Well, when you take care of the basketball, you're going to win games. You keep the ball in your possession. When you're turning it over, you give the opponent those extra looks at the hoop.
Eva Solseth ringing it through. She likes playing in front of our cameras.
And the one thing that the Rams are going to do, they're going to look for the best shot possible. They're going to, if it's right away on the first pass, they're going to take it. Otherwise, they may work the ball around until they find a high percentage shot like they just did.
Rieker, who leads this team in scoring, trying to get the offense going. They'll do the dump down and a double team for the Rams, which creates yet another turnover here for the Valley Tigers.
And they were trying to go over the top to Yeager, and the Rams did a great job of sagging down and helping out defensively.
Daly squares up. And the rebound to Yeager, who has it stolen away by Christensen.
Good job defensively there again. Take care of the basketball. I know it's early on in the ball game, but a couple of turnovers already, and Southeast Polk has been able to capitalize on those 2 turnovers.
Now from the top, and we've got to travel. 3 turnovers right away by Valley.
A lot of times, if you're not paying attention to who's around you, you're going to get your pocket picked, and that's exactly what Charleston did. Snuck in from behind and took it away.
Big possession here defensively for Valley. Down 4-0. Daly for 3. Oh, the Drake recruit pouring it on now. The Rams shooting lights out from the field here early on.
Well, and a nice job, and Daly set a screen down low and then, well, right about free throw line, and then just popped out up top and able to catch and shoot right away, looking for the shot as soon as she received that pass.
Rieker will let it fly, and it goes.
Rieker doing a good job of kind of creating for herself, just a little bit of a dribble to get some separation, and went up strong with the jumper.
Daly working the block. Tough matchup against Maddie Brown.
Yeah, nice job defensively by Brown. She stayed on her feet, didn't go for the ball fake, and stayed up and down, made Daly pass it.
Bartlett cashing in. 4 of the 5 starters have now scored here for the Rams. They got a 6-point lead. Yeager cannot handle the pass, another turnover.
They're trying to establish inside and have not been able to get the ball down to Yeager the couple of times they've looked inside.
And the layup, great pass by Christensen to find Bartlett, and that's going to make Valley take a timeout here. They're down by 8 with 4:41 to play here in the opening quarter.
Right now, Southeast Polk seems to have a little bit quicker step. Good hustle, knowing that she was falling out of bounds, and Charleston able to keep it back in, kick it back in play for the bucket.
Well, you can hear the band's fired up here tonight. One of the first venues we broadcast in this year, Laura, that the band is here. And man, are they playing a tune.
You know what, that's what makes basketball so great and the atmosphere so great, is to have that band here and get the fans fired up and play in between quarters and timeouts. It's just part of the atmosphere and part of the tradition.
So what does, Valley has more turnovers than shots right now.
Yeah, they just need to settle in. They just need to work the ball right now with this possession, get a good look, get a bucket.
Shot off the mark, and the rebound. And bringing it up the floor for the Rams. And off to a good start is Bartlett, who leads the team with 4. Now a turnover by the Rams.
Good defense that time by Rieker, getting the hands up. They're trying to go back door with Daly, but defensively getting the hands in the passing lane.
Tigers making an adjustment. Spain now out on the court.
Boy, they missed Rieker down low. She cut wide open into the lane, and they didn't see her soon enough.
Bartlett on the drive, going to be fouled on her way to the hoop. Going to be ruled on the floor, and that's going to be called against Spain, her first the Tigers' second.
Spain missed a little bit of time early on in the season with a sprained ankle, now coming back and getting back into the lineup.
And getting the rebound here. Let's see if the Tigers get something going here in transition. Good get back defense by the Rams. Now the deep three by Brown. And Rieker going to be called for the reach.
And Coach Segrist is talking to his team about getting back. Don't stay back and try to get the quick steal. You don't want to pick up a silly foul. And you can't afford to have your leading scorer go to the bench with fouls. And so that's what he's saying. You want to protect everyone defensively. Don't pick up those silly fouls and get yourself into foul trouble.
Rams able to enter it low to Solseth. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Picking up the foul, going to be Maddie Brown, her first.
Brown just having the duty and the job of guarding down low and inside against these strong Southeast Polk post players and doing a really nice job, but just at the last minute tipped those hands and made contact.
Eva able to get it low for good inside positioning and able to cash in with a free throw here. She has three.
And I know Southeast Polk's going to try to look for that good balance of the perimeter game as well as trying to find that mismatch inside.
Foul going to be called here on the Rams. Their first as Yeager got positioning.
And Solseth was playing out front, and you're going to get a good look at it here. She's trying to get to the front side and just leaned in and knocked Yeager to the ground.
Boy, before the Christmas break, the Tigers beat Waukee by 6, and in that game, Bryn Catcher had 20 points in that contest. Tonight, she really hasn't even touched the ball. Now she's out of the game. Here's Rieker for three. How about that? That's the offense tonight for the Tigers. She's got all 6.
If they can find her, and she looks like she's kind of in a groove here tonight, need to try to get her more touches and more looks from the perimeter.
Daly on the block. Draws the triple team. Solseth for three. Count it! And a 4-point opportunity for the sophomore.
You called it, the triple team down low, and Daly barely able to get that ball out. And Solseth absorbs a ton of contact, but still able to get the shot to go.
And the Rams open up a 10-point lead here as Eva cashes in on the 4-point play. She's got 7 of the 16.
You're getting a good look at how Valley's trying to spread the floor, go 4 out, 1 in.
Brown for three.
That's exactly what they were going to do. They were going to try to go inside out, work the ball, see if they could find a little separation, and they did.
First quarter clock winding down. Rams work baseline, and Yeager able to deflect it away. It will stay with the Rams. It's got to be a little bit different for Southeast Polk, having a different but familiar voice calling out the plays.
Yeah, and it's just going to be for one game that they're going to have Coach Zalick down there guiding the team out on the floor, and you see her in practice, you hear her in practice. It's just a little different to look over there and you expect to see Coach Daly over there, but so far it hasn't seemed to affect them.
Of course, Coach Daly ejected out of the Dowling Catholic game, so she has to serve a 1-game suspension. How about the three off the mark that time for Bartlett? And it remains a 7-point contest. In fact, the student body has really embraced the suspension.
Got some students down there on the baseline that some homemade T-shirts that they were hard at work on that say, I think I'm reading "Free Tracy, Free Coach Daly."
And a foul and count it. Maddie Brown going to be going to the line. She's got 5.
Maddie Brown doing a great job. Little ball fake and saw the opening for the dribble drive.
After being down by 10, the Tigers have rattled off 5. Can they make it 6 points in a row? No.
That's something that has really been an area that they could improve on, is free throw shooting. As a matter of fact, both these teams, Valley only 60% from the line and Southeast Polk 54. That's something that as this season wears on, going to have to try to improve that percentage.
Tigers stick with the man-to-man. Here's Bartlett on the drive. Goes back outside. Now Solseth. Can't get it to fall. And Reeker with the rebound. Out ahead, here's Spain. Ava to the rack. Can't get it to fall. The putback and a foul going to be called as Sophia Hope tried to take it up strong.
It's going to be number 2 on Solseth. Coming in hard and strong was Spain, and then you could see inside Hope going after the boards, and that's something that she does very well, is rebound. Averages 5 a game and second on the team as far as rebounding. So having a knack and understanding of what to do when the ball goes up.
A couple of missed opportunities here for the Tigers. They missed 3 straight free throws. It's still a 5-point game. After falling down by as many as 10, let's see if the Rams hold. No, they're going to attack. Here's Bartlett to the rack. She's got 6.
And it looked like she was going to continue on through the lane and maybe kick it out, but just stopped right there when she got to the rim. Defense flew by and she was able to go up uncontested.
Spain the kick out, the 3. Can't fall for Valley. And that will be it as Williams got that last shot. It's going to be a 7-point lead as Southeast Polk in their offense flourishing here through the first quarter. What do you do in arts and crafts on a daily basis? You come home, I need a white t-shirt or something. Free Tracy is what they're saying at the Southeast Polk Rams student section.
You gotta like it. You gotta like the enthusiasm and the support for the girls basketball team and for the coach, and they're fired up down there. So a nice little project to have when you get back and start school back up after the break.
So they're having fun with it. I don't know if Coach Daly's having exactly the time of her life, but it's working out right now for her team. 7-point lead as we begin the second quarter of play. Out on the court for the Rams, it's their starting 5, Daly, Charleston, Bartlett, Mitchell, and Solseth. And for the Tigers, they're going to drive and finish with Maddie Brown again. She's got 7.
Maddie Brown has been the aggressor. Used that ball fake a couple of times. Maybe got away with a little chicken wing and a little shove to get the defender off of her, but gets the call.
Starting 5 out on the floor for the Tigers. Reeker, Brown at the line with Hope, Yeager, and Catcher also out there. And she cashes in on the free throw. It's a 4-point game here. Playing on the road is tough. New venue, the Tigers experiencing it. Now getting out defensively and guarding. How about that defense? The block by Sophia Hope.
Just that back line of defense, rotating over, coming down, reading and reacting and getting the block.
Rams will go to work on the perimeter. Here's Daly. Now the dump in, and what a pass, but unable to finish it. The Tigers look to run here with Brown.
It was a really good pass, kind of threading the needle, and I think maybe got Bartlett a little too far underneath the basket to get a good angle.
Anna Van Houten now into the game and picks up the foul here. How about Brown, just the patience and moxie here.
Well, one of the things you're supposed to do is stop the dribble penetration and slow the ball down. They did that, and then they let up, and they let her go right to the rim. So you've got to stay with whoever has the ball while the rest of the team gets back and gets in position.
Well, it's been a tough night at the line so far for the Tigers. Brown, normally a 75% free throw shooter, has now made just 2 of 4 attempts here on the night. For the Tigers, they're 2 of 6 from the line. Here's an opportunity, and this will be turned over by Southeast Polk. So Valley able to figure out how to value the possession of the basketball. For the Rams, going up against some really good defense here lately, right?
Yeah, they tables have kind of turned. They're not taking care of the basketball here to start this quarter, and Valley is taking advantage of that.
Reeker on the drive with the left hand. Turns it over for a moment, and now she'll fire the 3. Can't get it to fall. Out ahead, Charleston. They'll reverse around. Bartlett to Daly.
Get an illegal screen, and it looks like it's on Van Houten, as they were trying to run a set play that time, trying to work the ball for that high percentage shot. And as they set the play in motion, they set an illegal screen.
Zoe Hines now into the game. Number 2 for the Rams, who comes up with a steal. Coach said she's got some electric hands, and we just saw it right there.
They're really good defensively, and you could see her get after it and make something happen as soon as she got into the ball game.
Here's Van Houten with those 2 fouls, driving it in. Now Hines in the corner, going to be fouled by Yeager, who will pick up her first.
Turns the corner and tried to get there. The momentum and the inertia took her right into Hines.
So a 3-point game. Again, the largest lead here for the Rams was a 10. Valley able to climb. This is about as close as they've been since the opening stages. Here's Daly for 3. Can't get it to fall. Reeker with the rebound.
If you're the Tigers, be patient, get a good look.
And the 3 off the mark, and the rebound to the Rams. And now a double dribble is going to be called in backcourt against Van Houten.
I thought she was going to get away with it for a minute. She put the hand on, and I think if she would have kept going,
right,
the official might have thought, well, maybe I didn't see that right. But as she pulls that rebound right here, she's going to pick it up and then put it right back on the floor. She did try to play through it, actually. Tried to sell it to the officials.
This ball's going to stay with Valley here. 5:28 to go in the half with Laura Leonard, BJ Shaven, and the crew here at MC22. Here at Southeast Polk High School. It's a top 10 showdown in Class 5A. Valley ranked 10th in the state. The Rams number 8. Hines with the tough rebound, and let's see what Southeast Polk can do now. Bartlett at the controls. They try to dump it down, and it's going to be kicked away by Yeager.
And they did have Daly set up down low. They're going to try to post her up against Brown, and that's been a good matchup all night long as those two have battled in the block.
Here's Hines for 3. Can't get it to fall, but Southeast Polk with the rebound to Williams. Now they're going to reset. Dump into Daly. Well, had her shot blocked by Brown.
It was a good set play. It was a little handoff and a curl cut. But Brown has just really been playing solid defense.
Now another opportunity here for Maddie Brown to really cut into this lead a little bit more. How about Brown, the pump fake? Get Hines off of her feet.
Yeah, and Hines went flying by. And that gave her a clear path to the rim.
And Maddie Brown able to knock down the first free throw here. I mean, if you're the Tigers, this is who you want at the line. She's their best free throw shooter.
She's gotten there a lot so far here in the first half.
1 out of 2 on this trip, and Daly will rip down the rebound.
And Coach Segrist said if she gets in double figures, Maddie Brown, then they have a good chance to win. And so she's already at double figures. We'll see if that pans out for the Valley Tigers.
Brown going to be called for the foul here. That's her second, so foul trouble starting to mount for both teams, really. And that is going to be the 7th team foul, so it's a single bonus opportunity here for Daly. And misses the front end, and now a foul on the rebound. This is going to go against Hines.
You know, Hines is not the biggest player on the floor, but boy, she plays like she's the biggest player on the floor. She goes after everything. She's really aggressive defensively. She goes to the glass, not afraid to put it up, and she plays a lot bigger than what her height is.
Well, both coaches really reiterated to us that they go through stretches, or have so far this season, of being allergic to nylon, meaning they've had trouble scoring. And we've seen that out of the Rams. They've yet to score here in the second quarter, and all the points really in this quarter belong to Maddie Brown. And the rebound here for the Valley Tigers. I like that, allergic to nylon.
I know a lot of shooters sometimes feel like when they're in a slump, they're allergic to nylon.
At the top. Spain can't get it, but will go to the line to shoot 2.
Out of nowhere, Spain comes flying in from the top to grab that rebound.
Boy, did they miss her in the first part of the season. And of course, they're really rebuilding because they lost their starting point guard in J.C. Lucky, who's out now with hip surgery, getting ready for the soccer season. A timeout going to be taken here by Southeast Polk. So as we take a look at it, the Rams up by 2, 18-16, with about 3:58 to play here in the first half. And we take a look at the CIML Central standings. You've got Johnston, and I don't know if anybody's going to touch the Dragons this year. Dowling, maybe one of those teams. Will have them against one another later this season here on MC22. And then you got Valley, Waukee, Urbandale, and the Rams looking for their first win in league play.
It's a tough conference, and you're right. Johnston is the team that everybody's gunning for. They want to try to put a loss in that loss column for them, that unblemished record, but they are a few steps ahead of everybody else in that conference.
Got 3 Division I players, maybe 4 on further development. Spain misses the free throw here. It's been a struggle here at the line. And Anna able to knock down 1 out of 2. So it's a 1-point game here. And Southeast Polk hasn't scored more than 6 minutes. It's been a long time. Started out electric, hitting their 3 of their first 4 shots that they took in the game. And now have had their troubles.
And they said they like to take the best shot possible, take what the defense gives them. So right now they're trying to find a little crack and find what the defense is willing to give up and see if they can convert.
Hines thought about it, will drive. What a floater. Can't get it to fall, and Yeager with the rebound for the Tigers. Reeker out ahead. Hope inside to Spain. It's going to be saved back in to Valley. We're going to have to reset here with 3:07 to play in the first half.
Really great athletic play by Ashlyn Williams. as she got a hand in the passing lane that almost saved that back to a teammate.
That's going to be the 10th team foul called here on Southeast Polk. So it'll be 2 shots at the line for Yeager.
Going in over the top, a little bit of a mismatch. How about a big mismatch there? They have Hines in the front, and she's playing the front side, hoping that she gets some help from the backside.
Megan Reeves will pick up the foul. And Yeager able to connect on the free throw. It's a tied game at 18-18. So Valley has outscored Southeast Polk since they got up 17-7 by quite a few here. Now it's a 1-point advantage for the Valley Tigers as Yeager connects on both free throws. So that's a 12-1 turnaround. Yeager gets the rebound. Spain, who's been the spark here for the Tigers in the second quarter. Well, Hines almost able to take it away. And a foul. Nope, just going to be a lost ball. Well, you talk about the energy that Hines can provide for the 5'4" freshman.
Well, and if you're not paying attention, if you have the ball in your hands and you're just dribbling it out top, she's going to sneak in and take it away from you.
Spain on the drive, going to be fouled. Well, there is a free throw contest breaking out and really heavily leveraged towards Valley.
Well, they are being the aggressor, and they're taking it right at the defense. Able to draw the contact. And not always have they been able to convert, and Spain's trying to change that and knock down a couple of free throws, but they have been living at the free throw line.
Sierra Emson Cooley comes into the game for the first time. She'll replace Sophia Hope. Spain 64% on the season, knocks them both down, and she's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. Tigers by 3. Again, the Rams have not scored here in the second quarter. The 3 off the mark, and the rebound to Southeast Polk. They're going to start it back up again. Daly goes inside to Hines, and she will be fouled by Anna Spain, her second.
Those are some of the things you have to do when you're not scoring. You have to make good cuts, and that's a good look, a good cut by Hines. Good look and good pass inside, but not only do you have to do that, you have to create for yourself. You have to break down the defense, but you also have to go to the glass, and they did. They gave themselves a second opportunity to try to score.
Stella Charleston will come back into the game. For the Tigers, they go to their bench too. Reese Cooley is now in. And a steal, can they finish it? No, there's a lid on that hoop. There has to be. Or at least that's what Alyssa Bartlett's thinking right now.
Yeah, just thinking about it. She made the right play, and a lot of times those plays are the ones that will spark a team where you get the pass and nobody's paying attention. You jump the passing lane. She was just not able to throw it down.
This is a grudge match indeed between these two. Cooley to Claire up top. Now they'll rotate it to Reeker to restart it.
They're going through the progressions and the movement. It's a read and react type of offense. And Southeast Polk really doing a nice job of slowing them down.
Daly had it for a moment, stolen away by Valley. Here's Reeker. The kick out, now the deep 3. It's off the mark. And Bartlett will try to get it going here for the Rams. This ball nearly turned over. Hines will track it down. Inside of 42 seconds to play in the half. Rams looking for their first bucket of the half, can't get it there. And Valley will get the rebound. Traditionally, they hold for one here. And we'd have to go through the record books to see when the last time Southeast Polk has been held scoreless in a quarter. It's been a while.
It has been, and they got off to such a great start and a hot start. Looked like they were sailing along, and then Valley, all of a sudden, they took the timeout. They settled in and able to mount this big comeback and get the lead.
Reeker for three. Can't get it. Oh, she did get it to fall. What backspin. And that'll put us at the half. The Valley Tigers come from 10 down to take a lead here at intermission. What a finish in the second quarter for Valley. You're watching the Iowa High School Basketball Game of the Week here on MC 22. by the dancing here. A 6-point lead for the Valley Tigers. As Laura, we take a look at the first half highlights, and well, it was a total shutdown defensively for Valley in that second quarter, but in the first quarter, the Rams had something going.
Yeah, they really did, and they really found easy ways to score, and they were hustling as Charleston was able to pick the pocket, but Valley took a timeout. They settled in. They were able to get Reeker some shots, and she was able to catch and shoot right away, always receiving the ball, ready to shoot. And then how about this? The double team. No, it's the triple team coming in, and Daly gets it out to Solseth, who knocks it home, but also gets the and one. And that was the big highlight for Southeast Polk. That gave them the momentum. But Maddie Brown came in, and she really provided a spark for Valley as she was able to put the ball on the floor and get to the free throw line. And then how about the friendly roll there right before the half? And Reeker knocks it down, and Valley leads.
Here's your first half statistics, the field goal numbers. Valley started out very cold from the floor, but ended up 6 of 12. They had 5 turnovers in that first quarter and within the first 5 minutes, but they've settled things down. The free throw numbers, look at Valley, 8 of 20. Otherwise, this could be a much different game. Rebounding about even, and the Rams with those 7 steals. Maddie Brown leading the way with 10 for Valley, followed by Reeker's 9. Pacing Southeast Polk is Eva Solseth with 7 and Bartlett with 6. So somewhat balanced scoring, but you know the Rams really can't be taking that well. And Meredith Reeker, she's been lighting it up from downtown here tonight, has 3 triples in the game.
And they're looking for her, and they did early on, especially when they started to make that comeback. And then she knocks down the big shot. Pretty much all of them from about the same spot on the floor, so she has that sweet spot, but they need to get her the ball a little more.
What else do they need to do for the Valley Tigers?
Well, move the ball, and they did that a lot better in the second quarter, and then get out and contest every shot. And I thought they really did a nice job of that in the second quarter, where they were able to get out defensively and shut down Southeast Polk. And then Southeast Polk needs to get that transition game going. They need to run on offense, but they also need to get back defensively, and then they need to limit second chance points. And I think that they really didn't have the opportunity. You saw there's only 12 shots that went up for Valley, and so not a lot of shots coming off the rim.
So the Rams are going to start with the ball. You see the 3 cranked up by Mitchell, and it rolls up over the top of the backboard. She's joined out on the floor by Daly, Charleston, Bartlett, and Solseth. For the Valley Tigers, their same starting 5 with Reeker, Brown, Hope, Yeager, and Ketcher. So, similar result to start the third quarter for the Rams. Now Valley to work offensively. A lot of their offense, you saw 8 points coming from the foul line, but they had 20 attempts.
20 attempts, and I think it was only 4 attempts for Southeast Polk, and so that just tells you that Valley was being aggressive. They were taking it right to the defense, and there's a shot. Yeager hadn't been able to get freed up on the inside, so she steps out and faces up.
She's got 5 now, her first triple of the night. All 5 can shoot the 3 for the Tigers. And they're going to call a kick here. And for Valley, they tried to trap out on the wing. No, they're going to say it was bounced out of bounds along the sideline. Okay.
They've got a little bit, and it's hard to see right there what they were doing, but it looks like they were trapping initially as soon as the ball came across half court. If they were able to get that pass through the double team, then were they going to go back to man, or were they going to drop back into a zone? And we'll see how they play it here when they get back on defense.
Here's Catcher drawing a double team and is going to be fouled by Solseth. And I believe if that's against her, that's going to be her 3rd. It is.
And she was the one that sparked them in the first half, just reaching. She's digging down. She's the one that's the help side defense when the ball goes into the post, and she just got a little too aggressive with the reach.
The Tigers are having breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the foul line so far tonight. Shooting about 60% on the season and well below 50 here on the night. Now they're 9 of 22 from the foul line. But they have a 10-point lead now, so they've totally reversed it. They've outscored Valley 21-1 since Southeast Polk had a 17-7 lead, and a timeout going to be taken here by the Rams.
And it looks like Valley came out in a 1-3-1 is what they were doing. They're going to trap on the wings and settled back into a 1-3-1, and I think that's why they wanted to take the timeout.
Okay, you've been a long-time assistant here at Southeast Polk, and now tonight you're in the head coaching duties, and you didn't want this to happen. Obviously, you never want it to happen. But tell us what might be going through the bench's mind here for the Southeast Polk Rams.
Well, Coach Zalick has been a head coach at the freshman level and has been a longtime assistant, 10 years with Coach Daly. So she knows exactly what this team needs. She knows what Coach Daly is thinking and how she would approach this. And so I think that's a good time out there just to try to get the team settled in and say, hey, this is what we're looking at defensively. This is how you need to attack.
Okay, Coach Tracy Daly is in attendance tonight watching, and I'm sure it's tough for her to resist the temptation to go down there and also help. Tough for anybody. Brooklyn Daly with the ball. Off into the corner to Bartlett.
And they're just, Hope is just kind of hanging down there in the middle. She's trying to clog up the lane, and anytime there's a cutter through the middle, she's right there.
Sometimes the shots just don't fall. And the Rams are having one of those nights here. Daly trying to battle for the ball, but it's out of bounds. And the Tigers will get it back, holding on to this 10-point advantage. Never seen a game really, I mean, you have, but you haven't. And haven't for a long time seen a game just flipped on its end like this. Still a lot of time, though.
No, there is a lot of time, and I think it's just a matter of Southeast Polk getting one bucket to fall for them.
Yeah.
They've had looks, and they've had good looks. They just are not falling through the rim, and you just need one of them to go through the hoop or get one of those plays that's just going to spark and change the momentum.
And a layup underneath for Bryn Ketcher.
And Solseth just comes up and takes matters into her own hands, and nobody came back defensively to pick her up. A couple of dribbles and knocks it down from the three-point line.
Let's see if that's a momentum builder. She's got 9 now. So back to work and a steal by Daly. Let's see if this ignites Southeast Polk.
A chance to score on back-to-back possessions, something that they haven't been able to do for a long, long time.
Solseth hit the cutter. Now the drive, and unable to get it to fall down. That time was Charleston. Valley back to work. Yeager on the wing. Now they find Ketcher. Here's Hope. Now to the top, Ketcher. Her three rattled off. Yeager with the rebound. Now Hope, the floater. The Rams, you can tell they want to go tempo, but Valley has done a terrific job tonight, Laura, getting back defensively.
Yeah, they're trying to push it, but no angles as Valley is sending a couple people back quickly and shutting down the lane as they try to make those cuts, and now another foul.
Bartlett will pick up the foul. That'll be her first. Team foul number 3 here in the late half on Southeast Polk. So under 4 to play here in the third quarter. Now the deep three, and it's good by Reeker, who's got 12. 4 trays here in the game.
Reeker, who's Missouri Western commit, knocking down another 3, and nobody picked up Solseth. That's twice they have not found her on the offensive end.
She's guiding the Rams tonight. She's got 11. Yeager thought about it. Hope looking to work. Look at the ball handling here. Now to Brown. Maddie to the rack. And one.
That's what she did so well in the first half. Put the ball and find the angle and the opening. She catches, she squares up, looks like she's gonna shoot, and then blows by the defense, splits the two defenders.
Daly picks up her first. Ashlyn Williams back into the game for the Rams. And how about that? Brown knocks it down.
And for Brown, majority of her shots, about 58% of them, come from three-point range, but tonight she has become the driver.
She has 13. This three off the mark. Rebound going to be tipped out. And it's going to go to Valley. Fourteen-point advantage here for the Tigers. Brown looking to drive it. And might have had a walk in the park, but a foul is called.
I think they're just going to say it's out of bounds.
Okay,
but,
out of bounds.
I agree. I think she might have gotten an extra step in there.
1, 2, 3. Here's Rieker.
This is the time in the ball game where you need to pick up the defensive intensity, and that's what the Rams are doing right now. They're getting out, being a little bit more forceful on the defensive end.
Here's Rieker on the block, going to be tied up by Hines. And the possession arrow is going to keep it here with the Valley Tigers. So Zoe Hines also just checked into the game. And the Rams needing a spark. The freshman trying to provide it right here. Good strike. A good opportunity there to try to take it away. And Yeager will be going to the line. A foul on Daly.
They have brought Yeager out, let her face up and put the ball on the floor and go against the defense. Well, you kind of made a point of it at halftime when we were looking at the stats, how different this game could have been if they would have hit the free throws in the first half.
Right.
I mean, they were 8 of 20 in the first half, and they're continuing to get to the free throw line.
Now a 15-point lead. Yeager with 6 gets her own rebound. To Rieker. Point Valley showing no signs of letting up here, up by 15 with 2:05 to play. Catcher going to drive in. It's going to be reached in upon. And that foul going to be called against Zoe Hines, her second. And Sophia Hope will come back into the lineup here for Valley, replacing Yeager.
Valley doing what they really want to do, and are they going to get an illegal screen? I think they are on Hope.
That'll be her second.
Just leaning in, maybe stuck that knee out and that shoulder.
Daly on the block, goes to Hines and has it taken away by Rieker. Spain at the top, puts it on the deck. Now it's going to be turned back over. Let's see what the call is. And looks like it's going to be out on Valley. So the Tigers turned it over, something they haven't done with quite frequency like they were doing in the first quarter of play.
A little miscommunication. That was almost looked like she might have saved that inbounds.
Right. Here's Hines with the floater. Can't get it to fall. Now the kick out, the three by Mitchell. And Spain with a rebound for Valley. The Tigers rolling. Layup good by Bryn Ketcher. What a lead pass that time by Spain.
Now you get the running game going with both of these teams, getting out, making a couple of good passes down the floor.
Here's Hope in the paint. Oh, what nice touch by Sophia Hope. Her first field goal of the contest.
A lot of room to move around in the block area.
Well, Valley starting to run away with this. Here's Rieker with the layup, left hand included. She's now got 13 points, make it 14 for Meredith Rieker.
You could just see the determination on Brooklyn Daly's face. As soon as she received that pass, you knew she was going to take it to the hoop. And all the momentum leaning forward. This is a look back at the steal and the layup with the left hand with a lot of pressure coming over that shoulder.
It was a tough double-digit loss to the Dowling Catholic Maroons the other night. For the Rams, they have not fared well against teams with winning records this season, 0 for 2. And how about the steal? And Valley will turn it over before the shot.
Well, they have ramped up their defense a notch and really making it difficult for Southeast Polk to run the offense the way they want to run it.
Rams were up by 10. Valley then pouring it on defensively. It's like they woke up after falling down by 10. This one going to be tied up.
You got just a tick under 5 seconds here. Have to be aware of that on the clock on this inbounds play.
When John Segrist said, ever since the beginning of the season, this team has just gotten better and better and more resilient. And now we have a foul here called on Valley on the inbounds play. 4.2 seconds to go here in the quarter. 19-point advantage for the Tigers. Here's Daly for three. Got it at the horn.
How about that? No panic. I was panicking because I thought they weren't aware of what was going on the clock, but they work the ball around, find Daly, and she nails it at the buzzer.
Boy, what a finish to the end of the third quarter. There you take a look at the Southeast Polk student section. The Valley Tigers have been running and gunning and playing defense that has turned into offense. Take a look at Spain leading the break here.
Good job of looking up court and finding the open player, Catcher, who finishes it off. And this is right at the end of the quarter. They ran it perfectly. They executed, knew what they needed to do. And Daly drives it home.
So the Rams had a rough math here, but almost 17 minutes of basketball. They didn't score a field goal or score a point in this contest. It's like playing the game blindfolded for a while, and the score indicates that. And Solseth going to pick up her fourth foul. Doesn't help matters for Southeast Polk if they want to try to rally to get back into this.
No, need her in there because she's been the spark for them. Tried to slide over and get position. Just couldn't do it quick enough.
Bryn Ketcher at the line. And just think about this, what this game would be like if Valley were able to connect on their free throws.
Yeah, it would be out of hand. I mean,
really?
really out of hand. Yeah. They've had a ton of opportunities at the free throw line, and you know, in a game like this where you're so far ahead, you don't think that those free throws matter, but you're going to be in games later on in the season where you have to step to the free throw line and knock those shots down, and you might as well concentrate on them now because it's going to pay dividends down the stretch.
And Valley going to turn it over here. A lot of pressure in backcourt created by Daly. And the Tigers will give it right back to the Rams. Southeast Polk is almost at a point right now where they need to start getting baskets every trip here.
And you got to get some stops then too on the other end, and so that's a good way to start right there. You go high-low, get the post up, and that was really good sequence by Southeast Polk. And Valley, you know, they can afford to be patient. They can run their offense. They can run through a bunch of setups and a bunch of different progressions through their offense. They don't have to score right away.
Spain on the drive, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound. Now to Brown, she'll attack. Reverse layup is good. And a timeout going to be taken here by the Tigers. Maddie Brown now with 15 points. And we'll take a timeout with Valley too as well. 6:39 to play. The Tigers starting to roll again here on MC 22. (45-29), 6:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at the top 10 rankings. Valley ranked 10th in the state at 7-2. You got Johnston at the top, what we talked about. Then you got Iowa City High, Waterloo West, Dowling Catholic with those phenomenal freshmen checking in at number 4 at 9-0. Then City West, Roosevelt, Centennial, Southeast Polk, Ankeny. By the way, lots of great basketball, including next Tuesday night. Centennial and Ankeny here on MC 22, and Roosevelt.
How about those Rough Riders?
Yeah.
First time in a long time that they have been ranked in the top 10, and they have a pretty good little team over there, and I am an alum, so I can brag on them a little bit.
Led by a dynamic point guard.
Yeah, Ariana Jackson is having a great year. She's just an all-around great athlete.
And Daly with the rebound and takes a smack and hits the deck slow to get up. And Daly really starting to pick up the scoring. She now has 8.
Good job of following her shot and getting a ton of contact as she goes in for that rebound.
Sophia Hope picked up the foul. That's her 4th, and she'll have to check out of the game. Coming back in is going to be Bryn Ketcher.
You know, in a way that the Rams can get back into this ball game is do exactly what they did right there. Be aggressive, get the ball inside, try to draw some contact, and get to the free throw line.
And this is going to be turned over by the Valley Tigers.
And they're coming out with some pressure of their own. That's starting to speed up the Valley Tigers. They've turned it over the last few times.
Rams to work offensively. Had a tough time solving this defense as it's been mix and match. Triangle and 2 is what the Tigers are running now. As Ketcher gets the rebound, it is going to be fouled by Daly. And Brooklyn's going to pick up her 3rd. Now the Tigers are going to come down and shoot some free throws here, and it's been an adventure tonight. They're leading by 15, but it could be much more. They're 11 of 27 at the line tonight.
So if my Roosevelt High School math is correct, that means they're 3 for 7 here in the second half.
Right.
So again, not a great performance, and that again is something in looking at both of these teams. 60% from the line for Valley on the season. For the Rams, 54%. And those are things that you work on in practice, you work on after practice is done.
Catcher able to knock both of them down. And a timeout going to be taken here by Southeast Polk, down by 17 with 5:46 to play. And for the Rams, this has to be a little bit disappointing coming off of the holiday break. They scrimmaged against Des Moines Christian. They were feeling pretty good, like they're getting everybody back healthy and ready to go. And of course, they're going to try to get things going again on Friday night as they travel to Urbandale. And then they face Johnston next Tuesday at home here. Looks like a rough schedule ahead. You've got a ranked team in Valley tonight, #1 Johnston. And then you face the following Tuesday night on the 18th, a ranked Des Moines Roosevelt team here, followed by a trip to Dowling Catholic. So, you know, 3 out of the next 5 games, you're facing top 7 opponents in the state.
Well, and their thought process is, you know, they did lose a lot of scores from last year and a lot of senior leadership. They've had some players that have stepped up to become those leaders. Alyssa Bartlett has kind of stepped in and become a leader, but their idea is, okay, we've got a lot of players that maybe have not had a lot of varsity minutes, so let's get them the experience throughout these first few games. We want to be able to peak when it comes tournament time, and when those pairings come out and when you start playing in the district play, that's when you want to be playing your best basketball. And that's something that I think Southeast Polk is trying to work towards, just improve each and every game and be peaking at the right time.
Well, the Valley Tigers our trip's pretty tough too. Friday night they're at Johnston, and then they're back at home for a return trip as they take on Dowling Catholic next Tuesday. That's for the Valley Tigers here coming up.
And I'd have to say, the last time we saw Valley was against Dowling Catholic, and I'd have to say I'm impressed. They've improved from that first time that we saw them several weeks ago to right now.
Defensively, I think that's where we're seeing the biggest improvement out of this team.
Yeah, they're moving around defensively. They're switching it up. They're helping out. Got those quick hands, and they're getting some steals, and they're turning those turnovers into points.
3 just short, and Valley will get the ball back here. Now some full court pressure here by the Rams. Southeast Polk with 18 fouls. Here's Rieker. And if you're Southeast Polk, 5:03 to play, to get the steal here. Here's Hines, and one.
The full court pressure pays off, and Hines, as he said, she just works hard on defense and was able to get the steal and went strong to the glass. And this is a situation where you just say, you know what, I'm going to let her go, let her have the easy bucket. And even if Brown didn't get her on the arm, she swiped at it. It gives the impression to the official that she maybe did make contact.
Hines with 5, and now a foul going to be called here on Southeast Polk. And Daly going to pick up her 4th.
Limping a little bit too, I think maybe came down on somebody's foot. Not sure what happened there.
It wasn't her legs, so to speak, that gave her issues in the offseason. She's coming off of shoulder surgery prior to beginning the season.
It looked like she banged knees and then just a little hyperextension of that knee.
In fact, Brooklyn actually cleared to play in October as Jaeger knocks down the free throw. She has 7.
They've had several players that coming off of surgery. Eva Solseth was another player that had ACL injury, and she was just cleared to play in late October. So they've also had some kids that have been banged up and trying to get back into the swing of things. They also have had a player that is out, still out for the season. That's Brooke Woodyard, who is still trying to come back from a knee injury.
Yeager back to the line here. Look at the night she's had at 10 rebounds. And now trying to get that elusive double-double down the stretch here. Held on the rebound and Daly back in. And she'll come in for Mitchell.
Now, Yeager had a season high 12 rebounds against Waukee Northwest. And averages just a little over 7 on the season.
Yeager able to can both. Now with 9 in the game. It's a 17-point lead here for the Valley Tigers. Here's Hines for 3.
Able to get her open as they set some screens down low. She just pops out to the wing.
Hope on the run out.
And Daly couldn't do anything about it. She's got those 4 fouls. Didn't want to make any contact.
And Sophia Hope with the rebound. Will kick it ahead to Spain.
You hardly ever see that in a game, and now we've seen it twice in this ball game on the 3-point shot and getting the and one.
Solseth to the line to try to make it a 14-point game. Remains at 15 here. Out ahead, the kick out to Hope. Boy, Sophia Hope is getting a lot of baskets here late. She's got 7 points.
They just are not, they're getting somebody back behind the first and second wave of defense, and the rotation is not happening. There's a good look at the Solseth 3, and Reeker flying at her, getting her across the arm.
And the Tigers able to bounce right back after that 3 by Solseth. A couple of breakouts, if you will, down the court.
Just over the top, and that's just everybody's intent on getting pushed up. They want to put that pressure in the front court. You forget about it when somebody sneaks behind you. You've got to have somebody back. You got to have your head on a swivel, making sure you know where everybody is. Looking to try to trap again. Looks like maybe that 1-3-1 that they've come out in.
Solseth for 3. This one left short. Hines got the rebound but was on the baseline. So the Tigers will get it back. 3:45 to play. So in backcourt, Spain will dribble it across. Reeker working it on the wing. Now to Spain. Drive and absorbs contact. Is this going to be on Daly?
No, I think it's going to be on Hines on the dribble drive. She was doing everything she could to try to knock that dribble away from Spain, and picks up the foul.
That's her 4th. Valley really turned the tide, holding Southeast Polk scoreless in the second quarter. Now Reeker trying to show that senior leadership, backing off. So they want to work some clock here.
Yeah, they're going to try to work as much clock as they possibly can, but the Rams are going to be swatting at the ball, trying to steal it. And they want to stop the clock. And they know that Valley has not been really good at the free throw line, but down the stretch now, they've been starting to knock those free throws in.
And the free throw knocked down by Reeker. 15 on the night for Meredith Reeker. And the Rams able to bounce back here with a quick bucket by Decker, or Daly, who finished or is in double figures here right now. And Zoe Hines, I tell you what, Laura, she's giving it all she's got here.
She is. She's all over the floor. If there's a loose ball, you know she's going after it. Number 2 is going to be sliding on the floor. She's going after every loose ball, every free ball, anything coming off the rim.
And Daly able to connect, making it a 14-point game. And a steal by Daly. And finish. And a timeout going to be taken here by the Valley Tigers.
Making a late push here. Southeast Polk is putting up the pressure and putting on the pressure, turning it up and creating turnovers.
So we're going to take a timeout with Valley. The Rams trying to make a comeback. They've got a 12-point lead through the Tigers. So it's a 12-point advantage here for the West Des Moines Valley Tigers over the Southeast Polk Rams, who are making a comeback here. 2:40 to play. Mathematically, it can still happen here, Laura.
Well, I think, good timeout by Coach Segrist. Got to get your troops back in line, calm them down a little bit. They started to panic as the heat and the pressure got turned up. But now Southeast Polk has to be very aware of the clock and situation and make sure that they're trying to score or slow the clock down. Maybe have to put Valley back on that free throw line if they don't get the turnover.
And nearly got it there. Reeker able to come away with it to Hope. The layup, too strong. Rebound to Yeager, who's nearing a double-double tonight and will have a chance to get that mark as she toes the line. She's got 12 rebounds. And has 9 points. And
that is number 5 on Hines.
Hines, yes. So Ava Hines, the freshman, will have to exit stage right. And the freshman going to check out with 8 points on the evening. So Yeager at the free throw line here, where she's caught fire here, especially in the fourth quarter. Now, she's been the best free throw shooter tonight for the Valley Tigers. 8 of 9. Well, but gets her own rebound, but stepped out of bounds.
She's done that a couple of times, been able to see the ball come off the rim from the free throw line and go after the loose ball. That time just slid out of bounds. She knew it right away, but look at her, how quickly she moved to get in position. Great reaction, knowing that ball was going to come off the rim.
Lead at 13. Here's a 3 off the mark. Comes down to Brown. It's just a game of keep away. Not the person you want to foul here for the Tigers. Spain with it. Picked up by Williams. Spain will drive. Can't get the layup. Gets her own rebound back, though. And we'll confer with the officials.
I think there's conference down at the scores table. And they're going to make sure that they have it right.
Yep. Possession arrow is going to keep it with the Valley Tigers. Spain left of the key.
You've had the opportunity to try to steal, and now you've got to try to stop the clock, reach in, and foul.
And Spain will go to the line, fouled by Bartlett. That'll be her third.
And there's a good look at Stella Charleston. She's a player that you want to try to get her some looks. She's a great three-point shooter. Majority of her shots come from three-point range. She had 30 points against East the other night, 10 three-pointers in that game. So if they can find her open and get her a look, more often than not, she's going to drain it.
Spain able to knock down the free throw rate. Had a terrific game earlier this year against East, as you had mentioned. And Spain drawing that assignment. Now they find her. But Charleston underneath the hoop. Here's Daly for three. It's off the mark. Rebound by Solseth, who will put it up, and tripped by Yeager on the play. So Eva will go to the line to shoot free throws here. 1:10 to play.
Need a little bit more urgency out of the Rams, and just a little bit of a tangle up with the feet as Yeager's on the floor, and Solseth trying to go to the offensive glass.
Able to knock down the last free throw there, Eva Solseth. 13-point game. Added a minute to play. Valley trying to get their 6th win of the season. Hope finds Yeager. Now we'll pass out of it, and Valley trying to snap a losing streak here tonight against the Rams, and in great position to do so. Timeout going to be taken here by Valley. So 48 seconds to play, and a 13-point lead for Joe Segrist. He has to be beyond pleased with how his team has played after falling down by 10 in that first quarter.
It was a rough start for them, and they seemed just not able to click on offense or on defense, and then they took that quick timeout and were able to get things going in their direction.
Well, Missouri Valley Conference action is heating up, and it does it get any hotter than Drake against Missouri State? The Lady Bears are the favorite to win the conference, but the Bulldogs might have a little something to say about that coming up on January the 15th. Join Larry Morgan and Laura Leonard as they call the action in this MVC shootout here on MC22. Tip-off set for Saturday, again the 15th at 2 p.m. You don't want to miss it. What a matchup.
That's going to be a good one, but Missouri State had a little bit of adversity come their way as Jasmine Franklin, their leading scorer and rebounder, averaging a double-double, blew her knee out in their last game right before the holiday break, and so she is out for the season. They also had their point guard turn an ankle in their last game on New Year's Eve day, and so she may be out for a little bit.
And a foul going to be called on Solseth as Rieker got the ball entered into the block pretty low. And that'll be it for Eva. Checks out with 15. And the second Ram to foul out of the game.
Fighting until the very end, and these players did not give up. Had a little bit of a stretch here in the fourth quarter where they made a nice little bit of a comeback, but it's a little bit too late.
Rieker unable to connect on the free throw. She has 15 tonight. Oh, for 2 out of the trip. So for the Rams, they're going to have to hit the drawing board again to get back on track. And of course, we've told you that both of them have tough roads ahead with some top 10 teams that they'll play, but you kind of have that night in, night out in the CIML.
And you have some players with Southeast Polk that didn't have a lot of varsity minutes. And you're looking at J.C. Mitchell, not a lot of varsity minutes, or Anna Van Kooten. They're all getting a lot of time right now, and they're also having some players that are working their way back from injury. Just recently cleared in October, and so, you know, it's still a work in progress for Southeast Polk, and as I said earlier, they're just wanting to make sure that they peak at the right time. And we also touched on the fact that we saw Valley earlier this season, early on, back in December, and they are vastly improved from what we saw several weeks ago.
So Brown will drive it down the court, looking to find a teammate. Here's Hope. Finds Rieker, who cuts in and lays it up and in. The Rams off to the wing. Mitchell's 3 off the mark. And the rebound to Rieker. That is going to be it. Depending on how aggressive we get here down the stretch. Here's Hope on the block, can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound back. And this will go out of bounds with 2 seconds to play here. But a 13-point lead for the Valley Tigers. Again, they were down by as many as 10 in the first quarter. Turned it around, held Southeast Polk scoreless in the second. And that is going to be it. The Valley Tigers are going to win it 62-49 over the Southeast Polk Rams. Impressive win here for Valley.
It was, and the way it started, you thought that they were going to be in for a big struggle. The way they were shooting it, the way they were turning it over, they were able to turn things around and really play some lockdown defense and shut down this Southeast Polk Ram offense. Able to extend the lead and hold on to that for the full 4 quarters.
Time now for our post-game awards, the play of the game. And how about this? Right at the end of the first half, Rieker able to get the 3 and the roll as it was rolling here for the Valley Tigers, as she was able to knock down that triple.
And you could get a good look at it from that last shot, that there was just about a little under 3 seconds left when that ball went through the hoop, and that ends the first half with a lot of momentum heading towards the Tiger locker room.
Now the player of the game, the one who got it going for the Valley Tigers, Maddie Brown, finishes with a team-high 17 points in the game. And when they were down by 10, Maddie really took it over on the dribble drive.
Showing her versatility, and really likes to shoot it from the outside. About 58% of her shots come from beyond the arc. But tonight, she was the aggressor, the driver, put it on the floor, see if she could get by the defense, and she sure did.
So it's a final. The Valley Tigers pick up their 6th win of the year as they knock down the Southeast Polk Rams 62-49. For Laura Leonard and the rest of the crew here at MC22, I'm BJ Shaban saying tune in later this week as the North Polk Comets take on the Bonner Emperor Blue Jays right here on MC22. On behalf of the crew, we say so long as you've been watching the Iowa High School Basketball Game of the Week right here on MC22.
shooting free throws.
Hello. Test, test, test. Yeah. Yeah, Wade's here. Oh. Do you have the Valley starters and Valley keys? Yeah. Oh.
Gotta get the glasses out. All right, you ready? Wade looking, boy, you ready? All right, for the visiting team from Valley, let's say something about learn to play without Eli or something like that, because they got to figure out, the leading scorer, leading rebounder is done for the year. That's kind of a key, I think. And then the second key for Valley to get the road win tonight is slow down Edwards. Riley averages 22 points a game. He's by far their leading scorer. Got that? Okay, and then with Southeast Polk, they're still. What do you got something for them for Polk? Yep. I was gonna say finish strong. I like dribble drive. Yep, absolutely. For Polk or for Valley? I don't. I played phone tag with BJ. They'll start Ruat, Mason Morrow, the Stinson kid. Is it Grieven Goat? Is that how you say it? The Cade kid. Cade. He started every game. Do you know how to pronounce that? Grevin Good. That sounds right. Grevin Good. And then I don't know who it's going to be. We just did the game a week ago. What'd you call him a week ago? I wasn't there. All right, that's all I got. So we're doing stand-up? Well, all right, are we doing stand-up? Nice. Visitors, and then Riley, no?